Yes, girl. You're about to pop. Okay? Okay. What up, y'all? It's your girl, Official Natalie Roche, back at it again with another video. And today, we are going to be having a conversation, okay? Not really a conversation because you're not here, but can be a conversation if you leave comments in the comment section down below after you watch this video. Yeah, so we about to have a conversation, okay? I wanted to talk about this experience that I just had the other day because I really feel like it can help somebody. You know how God be like sprinkling out these tests throughout life? Oh, you know, you be thinking, oh, I got to this certain point in my life, and oh, that don't bother me no more. That don't bother me no more. Oh, you can't get me on that level no more. Okay, I'm past that. And then God be like, sprinkle, sprinkle, sprinkle. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Yep, I'm about to test you. Okay, that's literally what God did to me the other day, and I failed. I failed miserably. I was able to redeem myself, but that initial event, I failed very badly. I'm going to tell you guys about that so that maybe someone who's dealing with the same thing might not even realize that they're still dealing with the same thing. It'll help you not trip up and fall like I did, because I failed miserably. So boom, real talk. This actually just happened yesterday. It was Mother's Day.
Coronavirus!
Me and Winston went to go get some bagels and smoothies and tea because I am 5 months pregnant and that's what I wanted. So I'm not going to use any names. I'm just going to talk about the event. We got to the smoothie place. I think I hear my husband coming up the stairs. No, just the dog? Okay. We got to the smoothie place, and when I walked in the door, I saw somebody. Well, I didn't see them initially, but by the time I got over by the cash register, I saw somebody who I knew. Me and this person didn't have the best past for whatever reason. I kind of like, I don't want to use any names. I'm gonna use a pseudonym in its place. So I saw, what's her name? What's her name gonna be? I saw Elf. Her name gonna be Elf. So I saw Elf standing behind the counter, and I was just like, oh, it's Elf in my brain. I ain't say nothing. Mind you, as soon as I seen this person, I was like, You ever did somebody like that? Just, and you just lose all type of feeling in your face. You just can't even fix it. It just catches you completely off guard. That's literally what happened. She saw me, I saw her. We didn't have the best relationship. What I believe, okay, well, Elf is a relative. It's kind of funny that I called her Elf because she's short. That's funny. We are a couple years apart. I'm older. I haven't seen Elf probably since I was like 14 or 15 years old, and we grew up together. For some reason, Elf had a problem with me and some other family members. I think it's literally just word of mouth from other family members, and if you're being raised by that person, then naturally you pick up on those things, and you might start forming your own opinions or formulating pre-notioned opinions from other people. It was sort of kind of that sort of thing, but basically over the years I've reached out to Elf, and she either ignored me, didn't respond, or I heard through other people that she was bad-mouthing me. Not necessarily talking about me, but like saying stuff like, oh, I don't mess with her. I don't claim her. Like, I mean, actually, I was just like, okay, I don't have to mess with you. I don't care. That's literally what I did for years. So when I saw this person for the first time in years, I just kind of was like, I don't mess with you neither. And I ain't got to talk to you. I ain't got to say that. But you gonna know from this face, this face, that I don't mess with you. So we standing there in line, me and Winston, we talking, and I look over and I'm like, hey, that's Elf. And he was like, oh, really? I'm like, yeah. And he was like, oh, you're not gonna speak? I was like, no, I'm not gonna speak. Did Elf speak to me when she just saw me? No. So why should I speak? So Elf saw me when she walked in the door. When I walked in the door, she was like, oh, like, ah, and kind of waited for me to say something. And I just had this look on my face. I was just like, da, 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 da. It's the one and only Digo Double G. And I was like, hey, lady behind the counter who's about to take my order, I want a shake. That's kind of how that went. I like totally blew my opportunity to like not be a butt. So that's the first part of the story. After we left, I'm feeling all good inside. I'm like, I did that in my mind. We had to go back to the other store because they forgot one of our bagels. Then they ended up giving us 2 for free. So that was great. Mother's Day. So yeah, about 5, maybe 10 minutes later, Winston was like, you know, that was wrong. You not speaking to Elf? That wasn't cool. I feel convicted. He felt convicted for me not saying nothing. He was like, don't you feel convicted? I was like, no. Convicted for what? I ain't do nothing wrong. Elf don't mess with me. I don't mess with Elf. What am I speak to Elf for? Yeah, I just totally felt justified in my mind that I'm not going to say anything. I shouldn't have had to say anything. And it was not wrong of me to not say anything. That's just how I felt. Then he was like, so you really don't feel no type of way? No, like I've been waiting for years to do that. He didn't like that. He was like, you're bitter. I was like, me? Bitter? I'm not bitter. No, I'm not bitter just because I don't want to speak to somebody. He's like, no, everything that you did was bitter. The fact that you said that you were waiting for years to ignore somebody in their face, that's bitterness. And I'm just really sitting here like, no, it's not. He's like, yeah, you need to repent. I was like, nope, I'm calling my dad. Dad gonna agree with me. Who is it? You're gonna make my camera fall. You're really gonna make the camera fall. It's gonna fall. Stop, it's going to fall. Yeah. I swear, men are like children.
Excuse me?
Y'all are like kids.
Excuse me?
I feel very, very bad for you for when y'all get married, y'all move in with each other. It's gonna be like having a child before you actually have one. Yes. I'll take this video. Can you close the door all the way? Thank you. I don't even remember what was the last thing I was talking about. Oh, so I'm like, boop, boop, boop. I'm about to call dad. Nope, I ain't trying to hear nothing you talking about. Don't say nothing else because I'm about to call dad and dad's going to agree with me because I am not wrong, okay? There's no way that I'm possibly bitter right now. I'm not. Like, in my head, I'm like, I'm not bitter. Like, there's nothing bitter about what I just did. Winston, be quiet. I'm on the phone with dad. Everybody listening to you. He's just like, no, you're bitter. You're bitter. You're bitter. You're bitter, 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 bitter. And I'm like, whatever. So dad answered the phone and I'm like, dad, so here's the tea. Here's what happened. Boom. And he was like, yeah, you missed the mark on that one. So you telling me that I'm bitter right now? Winston was like, yeah, good thing the rapture didn't just happen because you would go to hell. I'm not bitter, but I'm not bitter. My dad was like, yeah, you missed the mark. You missed a perfect opportunity to be Christ-like. As Christians, yes, it sucks, but when you have a higher understanding of a situation and of like how a person is and why people do the things that they do, and you understand that it's a spiritual thing, you learn how to let things go and actually move past things. Like the fact that I was holding on to the way that I was being treated for years and waiting for the time for me to ignore this person in person and like just like dog them like, huh, you are beneath me. That's literally how I was feeling at the time, but I did not see that as bitterness. I was not being bitter in my mind. I told him that I just didn't see it that way. I hear what y'all saying now. And he's like, yeah, God didn't say to forgive people sometimes. You're supposed to forgive people and act Christ-like. You have to handle it like Christ would handle it. Christ wouldn't be walking around trying to wait for years to ignore somebody who has been dogging them for years.
Give me a P. Give me a E. Give me a T. T. Y. I'm petty all the time.
And the conviction hit. I'm a terrible person. How am I just gonna do? I can't even. I just can't even. Lord, I need to fix this. So I'm sitting there like going back and forth in my head. I'm like, dang, I gotta go. I gotta repent, and I gotta go back all the way back over here to the other side of town and apologize to this girl. I was like, no, I can't do that. I was like, cause what if she dogged me? What if she just don't want to hear it? In my head, this is what I'm thinking. And Winston was like, he came out of his mouth and he was like, and if she doesn't accept what you said, and she dogs you or she said that she don't want to hear it, then you have to just accept that and be like, well, you know, that wasn't right of me, and I wasn't acting like Christ. He's like, because people see you all over social media and people know you and they know that you love God.
I love God. You don't love God? What's wrong with you?
And they know that you profess yourself to be a Christian, and then to see you act like that basically ruins your opportunity for you to be a light in somebody's life. He's like, what if Elf that day was like, oh, you know, I want to get my life together with God, and she was just a changed person that day. And then when she saw you and she was excited to see you, is because she was just excited to be a changed person, and then you dogged her like that. A fellow Christian dogged her like that. He's like, you missed your opportunity. And I was just like, and I was still like conflicted in my head because I was torn. I was conflicted. I was like, oh God, I don't know. Being prideful. I don't know. I don't know if I can do this. I'm not going to do it. I'm just going to repent. So we driving. then, no lie, this really happened. Some lady hit the back of the car. Hit the back of us. Like, dude. You've got to be kidding me. Nothing happened to the car. Her car got messed up. When I got back in, I was like, that was God knocking me upside my head like, stupid. I was cracking up. I was like, bruh, that was God definitely like, girl, shut up and go apologize. Okay. All right. Like, that's my first car accident. Like, never been in a car accident before. It was kind of exciting.
So excited!
No, just playing. It wasn't exciting. It was actually like, I'm fine. Everything is fine. No messed up sternums. My back is fine. I'm good. In a couple of months, if I need some money.
Oh, my neck! My back! My neck and my back! Oh!
I'm just playing. So I'm repenting. And I am a very outgoing person. I do not get nervous when it comes to talking to people. I mean, I'll have like, it's not being nervous, but more like an anxious thing, like just like, oh my God, I'm about to meet somebody you knew, or I'm about to talk to somebody about something I really want to talk about, but not like, oh my God, I'm so scared to talk to this person. Like, never ever have I ever been like that, ever in life. The closer we got, I just started feeling so nervous, like to the point to where I was like, I'm not about to go in there. I'm not about to do this.
No, God, please, no, no!
I'm not about to do this. Like, if Winston wasn't there, like, no, man, like, you gotta go do this. You gotta go make this right, okay? You gotta go redeem yourself because you failed. You failed the test miserably. I was so nervous, and like I said, this is somebody I know. Like, had it been like somebody I didn't know or somebody who I wasn't related to, it probably wouldn't have been that hard for me. I don't know. Like, it was a lot of mixed emotions. It was like, God, like, I messed up. Now what if this is how this person views me? Then it was like embarrassment. The fact, like, I was being, like I said, being prideful. It was hard for me to humble myself to go apologize. I screwed up. Even though this person been dogging me. I had to forgive all of that. Like, it was a lot that was taking place in a 20-minute span of time. I was like, God, you was really getting me together on Mother's Day, huh? All right, so I'm about to do this. So I hopped out the car, went back inside, and when she saw me, she was trying to ignore me. She was trying to act like she didn't see me walk in, even though it was only like 2 other people in the store.
But I cannot see. I'm legally blind. That's my store I'm sticking to.
And I walked right up to the counter and I looked at her straight in her face and I was like, hey, Elf, can I talk to you for a second? She like looked at me and she didn't say anything. She just got up and she walked over. In that moment, with my discernment, I literally saw everything that she was dealing with, not just from that situation and how she felt about the situation and how everything had just went, but everything that she was dealing with spiritually. I saw what was going on in her spirit. It was emotional. It was a quick exchange, but it was emotional for me because I'm like, I get it. I was just like, hey, Elf, like, I just wanted to apologize. That wasn't right of me. I saw you when I came in. We don't have the relationship that I was hoping for us to have. How things have gone for the last couple of years, I was like, that's why I reacted that way. It kind of caught me off guard that I even saw you, even though I was like, oh, I'm big dog. No, I just wanted to ignore her. No, I was hurt. I'm gonna be honest. I know I'm a great person, especially now that I done worked through some issues and started living like Christ. I'm like, I know I'm a great person. And it would be a privilege for anybody to know me. Not on no cocky, prideful stuff, but I just know my worth now. To have somebody like kind of like talk bad about you when you're not, spiritually grounded, it makes you question who you are. I went through a huge identity crisis. I was going through it when all this stuff was happening. Yeah, it affected me. I was like, I was bitter. I had to repent for that. I apologize. I love you, and I'm very happy to see you. Take my number down, and I want to keep in contact. And she was just like, oh, I mean, it's cool. Like, I'm happy to see you too. It's cool. I understand, and I'm happy to see you. And yeah, here, put your number in my phone. And then we started talking about how she was, how she worked for the place, and I just asked her what she had going on and stuff like that. And I was like, after the conversation, I was just like, I love you, and keep in touch. That's how that situation happened, and I just wanted to share that with you guys because it blessed me. When you come out of something that you struggled with, you think that you got it. Like, you get this chip on your shoulder, like, oh no, like, I got this. Like, you can't, like I said earlier, you can't affect me in that way anymore. So I thought just because I got saved, I had went to therapy and I dealt with some stuff and I understand, spiritual warfare, that certain things wouldn't affect me. But when confronted with that thing, it affected me, and I failed the test to be Christ-like and handle that situation in a Christ-like manner. If anybody is dealing with something that is similar to what I went through the other day, leave it down in the comments. Let's talk about it. Let's have this conversation, because I want to know. Like, I really thought that I was not being bitter. Like, is anybody going through anything like that right now? Or have you gone through anything like that? Like, bruh, I was tripping. I failed. I'm happy with the way that everything ended, in that it wasn't just like, no, girl, bump you and your whole life. No. All right, y'all, that's the end of my video. Don't forget to like, subscribe, comment, and share this video. And I will see you guys all next week. Bye.